Hey, Sam, I want a coffee.
Hmm?
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
You just sounded incredibly rude.
What? I just asked for coffee. How is that rude?
And that's the problem. You don't even know you're being rude. Millions of English speakers say things every day that sound polite in their head, but sound completely rude to everyone else. And the worst part?
What?
Nobody tells you. They just silently judge you.
Ah, okay. What am I saying wrong?
Let's start with what you just said. I want a coffee.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I'm telling you what I want.
That's exactly the problem. I want sounds like a demand, like a command, like you're ordering someone.
But I am ordering coffee.
There's a difference between ordering and requesting. In English, being direct is often considered rude. You need to soften your language.
So, what should I say?
Instead of I want a coffee, say these. Could I have a coffee, please? I'd like a coffee, please. May I have a coffee? Would it be possible to get a coffee?
All of those sound so extra.
They sound polite, and in English-speaking cultures, politeness is not optional, it's expected.
What about at a restaurant?
Same thing. Rude, I want the chicken. Polite, I'll have the chicken, please. Polite, could I get the chicken? Rude, give me the bill. Polite, could we get the bill, please? Polite, may I have the check?
Oh, wow. Give me the bill does sound bossy when I think about it.
Exactly. You're not talking to your servant, you're making a polite request.
Okay, what else? I always tell my colleagues, you should do this, or you should try that.
And every time you say that, you sound bossy and condescending.
Condescending? I'm trying to help.
I know, but you should sounds like you're above them, like you're their parent or their boss giving orders.
So, how do I give advice without sounding bossy?
Soften it. Use these instead. Rude, you should do it this way. Polite, you might want to try it this way. Polite, have you considered doing it this way? Polite, it might be a good idea to. Polite, one option could be,
Have you considered? That sounds so respectful.
because it is. You're not telling them what to do. You're suggesting. You're giving them a choice.
What about you need to?
Even worse, you need to finish this report sounds like a threat. Better, it would be great if the report could be finished by Friday. Better, would you be able to finish the report by Friday?
That's so much softer. Same message, but completely different feeling.
Exactly. English is not just what you say, it's how you say it.
I say obviously all the time in meetings. Like, obviously we need to increase sales.
And every time you say it, you're basically calling everyone in the room stupid.
What?
Think about it. When you say obviously, you're saying this is so clear that only an idiot wouldn't know it. You're making people feel dumb for not already knowing.
Oh no, I said this to my boss last week.
Yikes. Here's what to say instead. Rude. Obviously, we need more budget. Polite. As you may know, we need more budget. It's clear that we need more budget. As we're all aware, we need more budget.
As you may know, that's genius. It respects their intelligence.
Yes, and never say clearly either. Same problem. Rude. Clearly, this isn't working. Polite. It seems like this approach may need adjustment.
What about of course?
Of course can go both ways. Of course I'll help you. That's fine and friendly. But of course you forgot. That's very rude and sarcastic.
What about no offense but? I used that before giving honest feedback.
Oh boy. No offense but is basically a warning signal that something very offensive is coming.
But I'm saying no offense. I'm being nice.
No, you're telling the person, I'm about to insult you, but I don't want you to get mad. It never works.
Give me an example.
No offense, but your presentation was terrible.
Ugh, yeah, that's still offensive even with no offense.
Exactly. The no offense doesn't cancel the offense. It actually makes it worse because now the person knows you know it's offensive and you said it anyway.
So what do I say instead?
Give constructive feedback without the warning label. Rude. No offense, but your idea won't work. Polite. I see your point, but have you considered another approach? Polite. That's an interesting idea. What if we also looked at? Polite, I appreciate your thinking. One concern I have is,
Start with something positive, then add the concern.
yes, it's called the sandwich method. Positive, criticism, positive.
Same with don't take this the wrong way, but
Same thing. If you have to say, don't take this the wrong way, people will definitely take it the wrong way.
when someone asks me where to eat and I have no preference, I say whatever.
And you just made them feel like you don't care about them or their opinion.
But I genuinely don't have a preference.
I know, but whatever in English sounds dismissive, careless, and even angry. It's one of the rudest words you can say.
Just one word and it's that rude?
Yes, imagine this conversation. Person, I'm really upset about what happened. You, whatever.
Ugh, oh, that sounds horrible.
It basically means I don't care about your feelings. So even when you mean it innocently, it sounds bad.
So what do I say when I really have no preference?
Rude, whatever. Polite, I'm fine with anything. Polite, I'm happy with whatever you choose. Polite, I don't mind, you pick. Polite, I'm easy, anything works for me. Polite, it's up to you, I'm flexible.
I'm happy with whatever you choose. That sounds so much nicer.
Because you're showing that you trust their choice instead of dismissing them.
Same with I don't care, right?
Yes, I don't care is another phrase that sounds way ruder than you think.
But sometimes I genuinely don't have an opinion.
Then say it differently. Rude, I don't care. Polite, I don't have a strong preference. Polite, I'm open to anything. Polite, either option works for me. Polite, I'll leave it to you.
And I don't care at work is,
Terrible. If your boss says, what do you think about this project? And you say, I don't care,
I'm getting fired.
immediately. Here's what to say. I trust your judgment on this. I'm comfortable with whatever direction you decide. I don't have a strong opinion either way, but I'm supportive.
Same meaning, but so much more professional. When someone misunderstands me, I say, you don't understand.
And you just blamed them for the miscommunication.
But they don't understand.
Maybe, but telling someone you don't understand makes them feel stupid. It puts the blame on them. It says the problem is your brain, not my explanation.
Oh, so what should I say?
Take the blame yourself, even if it's not your fault. Rude, you don't understand. Polite, sorry, let me explain that better. Polite, I don't think I explained that well. Let me try again. Polite, let me put it a different way. Polite, what I meant to say was,
So instead of blaming them, I take responsibility for the confusion.
exactly. It's a sign of maturity and good communication. Even if they genuinely didn't understand, saying, let me explain better, makes you look good and keeps them comfortable.
That's actually a life skill, not just English.
100%. Great communicators always take the blame for miscommunication.
Oh, I use this in every work email. As per my last email.
Oh boy, this is a classic one.
What? It sounds so professional.
As per my last email is code for, I already told you this. Can't you read? Are you even paying attention?
I mean, sometimes they don't read my emails.
I know, but saying as per my last email is the polite way of being very rude. Everyone knows what it really means.
So what do I write instead?
Rude, as per my last email. Rude, as I mentioned previously. Rude, as I already stated. Polite, just circling back on my previous email. Polite, I wanted to follow up on. Polite, building on what we discussed earlier. Polite, to add to my earlier message.
Just circling back. That sounds professional and not aggressive.
And here are more email phrases to avoid. Rude, please advise. Sounds cold and demanding. Polite, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Rude, noted. Sounds dismissive. Polite, thank you for letting me know. Rude, per our conversation. Sounds like a legal threat. Polite, following up on our chat.
I need to rewrite all my email templates. When someone's upset, I tell them, calm down. That's helpful, right?
Calm down has never in the history of humanity actually calmed anyone down. It's one of the most infuriating things you can say to an upset person. It sounds like you're saying, your feelings are not valid. You're overreacting. You're being dramatic. Your emotions are wrong.
I just want them to feel better.
I know, but calm down does the opposite. It makes them more angry. Here's what to say. Rude, calm down. Rude, relax. Rude, chill out. Rude, stop overreacting. Polite, I understand how you feel. Polite, I hear you. Let's figure this out together. Polite, that sounds really frustrating. How can I help? Polite, I get why you're upset. Let's talk about it. Polite, take your time. I'm here to listen.
I hear you. That's powerful. You're validating their emotions.
Exactly. People don't want to be told to calm down. They want to feel heard and understood. Once they feel heard, they calm down naturally.
When something goes wrong at work and is genuinely not my fault, I say, it's not my fault.
And you immediately sound defensive,